it was interesting when you look at all these different, the different episodes that we've gone through, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
The variable that seems to exist in so much of this in the providing value to life and society and being fulfilled as a human being, and even that, Maslow's hierarchy, the self-significance is
Mm-hmm.
is helping people.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating how through our conversations it keeps coming out. And I can't stop thinking about certain times in my life that you talk about executing or whatever, or even just doing things and feeling a dopamine hit. But I've gotten a lot of these like memorable helping people moments that have happened.
Well, I mean, I'm sure with the industry that you were in previously to Remax, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you helped probably a lot of people, being a sheriff, being on the SWAT team, like all those things.
But what's weird is, okay, so here's one that, because you're dealing with people in these different difficult parts of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever calls the cops and go, "Hey, you want to come over and have a cupcake?"
Right. I got cookies.
Yeah, it's party time. Let's invite Adam over to Mark's birthday.
Yeah.
It's just in case things get out of hand. But you deal with people during challenges because
Mm-hmm.
nobody really wants to be sitting down chatting with the cops during this. Hey, I'm having a great day. You want to sit down and have a cup of coffee and talk? That doesn't happen a whole lot. It should,
Mm-hmm.
frankly, because you can, talking to the public servants, you can go, oh my gosh, I love this person. They're
Yeah.
such a fulfilled human being.
I think Inglewood had a like coffee talk with an officer
Yeah.
where they would go and meet with, just be there to, hey, if you
Yep.
want to come talk to an officer, we'll be here drinking coffee and you can ask us questions. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I love that. It's really neat. People are in that business, and firefighters, the public servants, school teachers,
Mhm.
things like that. People are in these businesses because they want to help people.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately you take a step back in society and go, all right, what is your goal? And so much of it is to help people. But a lot of people kind of forget that. And I'll share the story. I need to get this out of my mind
Yeah.
for this. But I had this one day where I'm driving around. I'm looking for fun calls to go to because that's what cops do. Like, where's the adrenaline dump? But I was driving along and I saw this car parked on the side of the road. And it's dark. It's kind of cold out. I'm like, all right, I'll pull over and see what's up. So I pull over and I'm walking up. There's a lady sitting in the front seat, pregnant lady. And she's like super stressed out. I'm like, are you okay? She goes, I have a flat tire. I'm like, well, let's change it. She goes, really? I go, yeah. I flatten the tires on my police car a lot. I mean, you're driving around in areas, you run over a nail, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you get good at changing tires. I mean, I had it down, man. I was
like the NASCAR pit team.
yeah, one man pit crew.
Yeah.
So I said, well, let's change the tire. She goes, okay. I said, you just like stand here. I don't want you sitting in the car because I don't want it to fall off the jack or whatever.
Right.
But you can stand here and watch. Let's talk. And I'm like changing the tire. It takes like, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes or something like
Yeah.
that. And she's like, thank you so much. And she's like in tears.
Huh.
And it just touched my heart so much to go, that was like one of the most fulfilling things that I've done all day. And here's the weird part of this story. So she goes on her way. And I can see this to this day. I know exactly where these things happen. And I go and I get on the highway and I drive north. And I drive north like 10 miles or so. And I'm taking this off ramp and there's another car broken down. I'm like, all right, I'm going to be out with this car that's broken down. And I walk up to the driver and guess what?
What?
Pregnant lady.
The same pregnant lady?
No,
Or
different one. Different one. So I walk up. I'm like, don't tell me you got a flat tire. And she's like, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, you're not going to believe this. I said, let's change your tire. She's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So I like 2 in a row.
That is like, what are the odds? Like the universe was like directing you to change those tires that day for some purpose.
Somebody was saying, let's put him in these situations and make him feel really good.
Yeah.
Because helping people makes you feel really, it touches the heart.
Yeah.
I don't care who you're helping, whatever it is. I mean, yeah, you know what? My job was to be out there as a police officer. My job wasn't to go change tires. I mean, they don't teach you how to change tires in a police academy.
Yeah.
So it's typically, hey, call a tow truck. No, I'm there. I'll do it. I want to help this person. But
one of the things I love about the Remax culture too is it's really based on helping people. I remember, when I first started working here in 2010, one of the things that was presented to me in my onboarding in HR was like, hey, we help people here. Like if you get in an elevator and someone has a handful of boxes, like offer to like take the boxes, you know? And that really stuck with me and made an impact where every time I got in the elevator and someone was carrying something or needed me to hold the door, whatever it was, I was always going out of my way to do that because I remembered, hey, this is the culture. This is who we are as Remax.
That's right. It's funny you say that because we've always used the term everyone carries the boxes. And even to this day, we have almost 500 employees at Remax, Booj, Motto, together, all of our companies. And one of the key terms that we use when we onboard a new person is, our culture is everyone carries the boxes. So it's so true. And fundamentally at the core of what our business is about, it's about helping people through the challenges that they face in buying and selling a house, because there are challenges in doing that. It's scary. It's a big decision. And Motto Mortgage, you're financing that piece. So it is about helping everyone carry the boxes. And it's really cool when it comes down to that because, like on another one of the episodes we talked about, we were talking about commitment. It's putting 100% into everything, into the relationships that you have, expecting nothing in return, and just going and helping people. That's what it's about.
Yeah, well, and I think too, it creates that momentum, right? Of when you help somebody and you get that feeling of, wow, that felt really good. I want to go help more people, then it kind of snowballs. And then what I think is like that butterfly effect, right? It's like, well, you changed those two ladies' tires that were pregnant on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like, what did that allow them to go get to on time? Or how'd that impact them, right? Where they said, wow, like this guy, like in the cold, went out here and changed my tires. Like now they're like, I like police officers.
Yep.
I like, law enforcement. And when someone talks trash about law enforcement, it's like, well, you know what? I remember when I was pregnant and I had a flat tire, someone pulled over and helped me.
Oh yeah. It's building great memories in people's minds. It's having positive human interaction. I was in, where was I? I was in Canada a little while ago, and I was standing in line. I think it was Canada. And I was standing in line at a coffee shop, and there was a lady in front of me, and I'm looking at her, and she's all by herself. She's probably, 85 or so. And I just thought to myself, I want to buy her a cup of coffee. And it was funny because we get up to the front, and she goes to pull out her wallet, and I'm like, no, I got her a coffee. And she looks at me, she goes, no, Sonny, I got yours. I'm like, but I want to buy you a cup of coffee. She goes, sorry, I'm buying yours.
You can't double stamp a triple stamp.
I know, that's right.
What?
But it was funny because we got in this argument about, the and not really an argument, but it was fun banter about no me, and I want to buy yours. But it was hilarious because that discussion brought out the great in mankind amongst two human beings, and that's what helping people does.
Yeah.
So it's like letting somebody in traffic. I mean, it's so many places people sitting in, they're on the highway in traffic, and they wait for this gap to be just big enough for their car to fit in, and then they pop the turn signal real quick and jump in there instead of turning on the turn signal and letting somebody let them in. And I believe in turn on the turn signal, let them let you in. If they're the ones who go and close it up and won't let you in, that's not a fulfilled, happy human being. Okay? That's
sign number one.
Right,
they
right.
don't let you in, not happy.
Yeah, they, their license plate says miserable. But, but I love it because if I see it happen, I'm like, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to wave you over. They wave. I wave back. Smile. Okay. Check. I got a dopamine hit for helping somebody. It's way better than giving them a like on social media, right?
Yeah. It's a real like.
It is. That's cool. Real like.
Real like.
Yeah, we should have like a little light on our car we can click real like.
Totally.
Yeah. Give a thumbs up.
That's like a good t-shirt.
Yeah, there you go. Help somebody for a real like.
That's right.
I love it. So I don't know. We kind of deviate from recording podcasts every now and then here and
Just talk about helping people and random things.
yeah, life in general.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think, applying to someone's business, right? Being helpful is I've seen the most success in my business because I've just wanting to help people, right? With, like you said, nothing in return. Like, I just want to help you with whatever that is and create value. And then in turn, I see my business grow.
yep.
And it's a simple formula, and it's really enjoyable too at the same time.
Yeah, I have literally won some big business deals by saying, this is from me to you. And people go, well, how much is it? Well, what do you think it's, you pay me what you think it's worth. Well, let's talk about this. And what's funny is typically when you approach it that way, they're willing to pay more than what you're selling your product or your service for. If it's to help them and you offer it to them. I'm not saying, hey, Walmart, take all the price tags off of everything.
Right.
Because there are a lot of, there's some opportunistic stuff going on out there. But the reality is, if you're going to go help somebody, if you run a service company, provide a service to help people, and you will gain more customers by providing that help and that service. And we see it in the real estate industry all the time with our agents and our brokers. They're amazing. And they'll say, hey, I just want to give you some help in this, some advice to help you understand the housing space. And the people are so grateful that they're like, I have been thinking about selling my house or buying a new house. You're helpful. You're giving unconditionally. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about maybe you being the professional to represent me. So it's about doing good things for people, and people will want to do business with you.
Yeah.
So
It's good.
yeah, so good.
I think this was an episode in itself.
Well, let's put it out.
I don't think we were trying to make an episode, but it did happen.
I love it. This is like our counseling session too.
That's right. That's good. The therapy.
Yeah. Let's have a moment of silence and meditate.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. Well,
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's record another podcast episode.
Sounds good.
All right.